Okay, I think we're live now. All right. Hi guys, this is Santiago Zapata, and today I will be coding OpenArthurianX6 as we continue this new round of development to get this project to completion. I will go pretty quick into coding today. If you want to know more about the project, you can check the website OpenArthurian.com or my past streams. Let me quickly authenticate here so that we can get rid of that thing. How do you call that? Watermark. I think we're good now. Yeah. And sure. So yeah, yesterday we were just like resuming stuff and finding out where we were. Um, and we found out where we were. So very quickly here, uh, checking the project status. We are on milestone 7. And this part is done. And yesterday we started working on this part of milking a cow as an example of interacting with a being in the world. So we're going to go ahead and complete that. We're going to go ahead and complete that part. Got the project open here. Going to set up this so we can build the project quickly. What? What's the name of the? Okay, I think it's like this. And we are going to serve the project here. All right, and that should be it. Let's see if it's working. And yesterday, well, we were doing good progress. So we already had the bucket there and the cow, which looks like a bull. And we can just drop it here. And use the cow. And yeah, I think actually we did not finish this. So we were working on the code on the mob class, mob, a living being that moves around. I'm going to again increase this a little bit for the streaming. And let me see. So yeah, we're using try milk. So let's see where this failed to see where we were. Mob definition. Okay, so we did not send the mob here. Using position is not sending the mob because there's a typo here. So this is on the this is already like bundled together, and we don't have like a source map or anything here because of the way it is. I will probably change that sometime. Anyways, let's send them up here and let's just complete it. So we were doing this code, and this was like the part when a mob is used, and we are checking the effect of using that. So try milk, and then try milk. There's a cow, and if there's no bucket, then we will show this message. Let's go pretty quickly and test what we have so far with that correction. I'm going to save the game here, and then this. And then oh, I should not have created a new game, but rather using this option. Okay. And then if we try to use the cow, we should get a message that there's no bucket nearby. But we didn't, because find bucket around is not a function. We just put that there like a placeholder thing. Oh, an error. 473. What is comma? Onward. Use cow. You need a bucket to milk the cow. Great. So yeah, actually I was thinking about this, and I don't think it makes sense to require the player to place a bucket like in the floor. Uh, Maybe he has it on the inventory. So I'm going to check this to find bucket, and the first is going to look for buckets around the player or this mob that is using the cow. Let's see. So I'm going to create like this generic function find item around by ID, and the ID is going to be bucket, like hard coded for now. Um, and let's do it just like very simple. Very, very simple. Just like examine the map around the mob and see if there's an item there in this ID. Set the location of the player. No, that's not this. Let's not. Uh, let's include the position of the mob. So let's check level dot get item at probably. Let's see level dot class get item at XYZ. So XYZ. So this dot x plus xs this dot y plus yy and this dot c. And if item dot id def.id, let's check the item class. So this.id, no, this.def.id. Okay, def.id. We can also use def.id. Let's use def.id. So if item.def.id is the ID we're looking for, then we return that item. If not, return undefined. And this should do the trick. If bucket is not defined, this cannot be a constant because we're going to play around a little bit with it. If bucket is not defined, then look for it in the mob's inventory, because that should also work. Okay, so let's put a message here for now. You milk the cow. Okay. Hi, Sebastian. Long time no talk with you. Hope you're doing great with your family. Thanks for watching. All right, you milk the cow. Okay, let's see how that works. Let's build again. And let's see how it works. So let's try using it, but without the bucket first. You get an error, def ID of null. All right, of course. Place some safeguards here. If not item, continue. Okay. Nothing there. You need a bucket to milk the cow, and here you need a bucket to milk the cow, so we did not find it, which is weird. Oh, okay, I think the name of the item is not bucket; it's empty bucket. Okay, and you need an empty bucket, empty bucket to milk the cow. Right. Okay. Need an empty bucket to milk the cow. Come here, cow. Since diagonals don't work here, they should work. Gotta fix that. Oh, okay. You milk the cow. Okay. Of course, nothing happened yet. Um, we're going to fix it so that something happens. I'm going to move myself a bit to here. Yeah. Okay. Just so that I don't obstruct the messages. All right. So I think we had already put some infrastructure uh, on the item class for this. I think I did that last time. Switch item definition, right? Let's see how that works. So what we're going to do is just making it so that this item is no longer an empty bucket, but it's a bucket filled with milk. Milk bucket. See how that works. Okay. Data is not defined. Switch item definition. Let's see. Switch item definition. Data. What's data? Data. That's okay. So yeah, we still gotta obtain the game, and we didn't know where to get it from. Right, because this comes from the deserialization thing, where we have the phaser game. Because yeah, I think all these references are on the revivers from our serialization library. Oh, I forgot. Okay, no, I thought I had forgotten to announce here. Oh, let's see. Maybe the dragons care about me streaming about this. Just post a quick message here. By the way, if you want to join the Discord, I am open to hearing your suggestions. Um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe yeah. I think the link is on the OpenArthurian website. Um, okay. So yeah, how to get the phaser game? So the game is on the item factory. It's on the item factory will be a good place to get it from. Also the player state machine and the UI. The UI, yeah, I think that should be it. So we're going to get the game from oax6.ui. Okay, and let's rebuild. Let's rebuild and let's check how it works. Go away, cow. Okay, don't go away. Maybe I should add some way to keep it somewhere. Okay, so it did not fail, but the appearance of it didn't change. Oh, here, interesting. So it created a separate sprite. Um, yeah, because we did not destroy the previous one. But anyways, here is the bucket filled with cow's milk. Now get it. And I think let's just do a quick check here. If we drop this bucket here and then try to milk the cow, cannot be used. That's weird. I didn't expect that message. Uh, Here, you need an empty bucket to milk the cow. Yeah, it's weird that when the inventory is active, there's something weird going on there. The state machine. Anyways, we are almost there with the cow milking. We just need to uh, make sure that this sprite is destroyed. The original, the bucket of the original, the sprite of the original bucket. So let's do that. Let's do that. So whenever we're switching the item definition, I think we got a method for not getting a new sprite. I don't think it makes sense to get a new sprite. We can reuse the existing sprite. We just need to change the texture that is on it, and I'm almost sure there's gotta be a function somewhere that already does that. Maybe not for the items, but swap texture. I guess it's already been done for the objects. Ever, for instance, we just set the frame directly for the sprite, and this may work if we are like if the sprite is just using another texture from the same tile set, but yeah, I don't think that's always going to be the case. I can just destroy that sprite. Let's try destroying the sprite. It's just we're going to destroy the sprite first and then just get a new one. Okay, let's try that. Okay, let's see. Use cow. Come here, cow. Okay, let's put the bucket here. Mob next to it. And well, we destroyed the sprite, but we did not create a new one, which is what I hoped this was doing. Interesting. This adds a new sprite, but it doesn't seem to locate it properly, right? So whenever we're using this, we're probably relocating it manually. For example, here, when we revive it, okay, sprite X and Y must store somewhere for recovery. Okay, so this is something pending. And we just like stumbled upon that. So when an item is created, like here for instance, well, these items are added to the inventory. Here, we use the add item function afterwards. And this function is the one that I believe sets the position of the sprite. I don't see it doing that here. This is a bit weird. Oh, but wait, what's this function? Add item sprite. This sets, okay, so we gotta use this function, but only if the item is like laying on the ground. Because this thing adds the sprite to the map. Yeah, to the map. Okay. Let's do that. So when I don't know. I think if I just change the texture of this sprite, that will save me a lot of issues instead of like creating a new one. So yeah, I think that makes more sense. Let's go back and change this destruction. Instead of that, we're going to do something like for the sprite, we are going to swap. So I think in the object factory we have something like that. We got get sprite for object. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think I will just use the load texture function, which I forgot how to use. Yeah, load texture receives a frame and a frame name. What is this? Load texture. Key frame. Yeah. So yeah, let's do this. Let's go to the item factory. And this function get sprite for item. Let's do this. So we are going to want to switch sprite for item sprite, something like that. And it's going to need the sprite and the new item ID. And then what we want is get sprite for item. Yeah, we're no longer going to be using this. So we need to get the appearance for this new item, right? In order to do that, we need to get the definition for it. And the appearance is on the definition. And items appearance. We need this. Item factory. Appearance. We need the definition dot appearance. Yeah. Okay. If this will be weird, but let's control that too. And then we got the tile set and we got the index, so we can just do something like sprite that load texture tile set and index, and yeah, then I mean the sprite will retain all the behavior it had. All right. I don't think a lot of people is watching, which is fine. Okay. Okay. So switch price for item, and then here switch item definition for an item. Yeah. So we just call this OAX6 item factory switch sprite for item, and it needs the sprite and what the new definition. Okay, that should be enough, and that also should help us with the other case that we are going to do, which is when you are using an item. I mean, if the bucket is on the inventory. Okay, let's try again. Let's use the cow, and yeah, here's the milk and the sprite. Let's try again. We need an empty bucket. We got the bucket with milk, and it's here. We could yeah, we can also add that, so you can drink the milk, and then it becomes an empty bucket. Uh, okay. The other case that we are going to do with okay. So let's do what I was just mentioning is that um, it doesn't make a lot of sense to require the bucket to be there on the floor. So we're going to look for it if in the mobs inventory. Now the problem is that the inventory is not just a list, right? It's a complex structure because I mean each mob has like some slots, some body slots, like these 5 slots, but then they may also have like something in the backpack, and then we gotta look into that backpack, and the backpack may have some stuff inside as well. So I think there's already some functions for that. I'm just sharing this to the Ultima group. So let's look for those functions, because we have a lot of stuff here already for the combat and all that, and I think we gotta have something like that already. Get at item. So get item at slot. Okay, so we can manually get. We could go through all these slots manually. Up inventory. Okay. Discussions for dragging items. Add item. Close. No, this doesn't help a lot. Get item at a given slot. Weapon, armor, backpack. And maybe we can check if it's in the hand. Require the bucket to be in a hand. Yeah, we can do that. We can check the right and left hands and see if you have a bucket there. Let's do it like that. So let's go to the mob class, get bucket, find bucket, and look for it in the mob hands. And something like this bucket is going to be this. No bucket. Then let's check the left hand. Waterfall. Okay, Yeah, that this should be enough. And we're going to, this command is not needed. Right hand, left hand, find bucket. Let's build this again. And let's just approach the cow with an empty bucket in our hand. Let's get it. So when we get it, if we have a backpack, it goes directly into the backpack, but I'm going to take it out and put it here in my hand. And I'm just going to approach the cow and use it. Give me off the cow. And something terrible happened. I had a bow here. What? I ended up with like a... Why did that happen? That's super weird. I mean, where did the bow go? This is an empty bucket, okay? And is this the bow? No, this is a meal bucket. Oh, that's buggy. That's super weird. I don't know what happened there. Because, I mean, if we don't have the bow, let's store the bow. Why can't I store the bow? And I get... Actually, let's do something even more severe. Let's drop the backpack here so that when I get the bucket, it will go straight into my hands. Oh, a bug. And this seems to be unrelated to any like work that we just did. Interesting. All right, let's try again. Let's just put the bow here, take the bucket out. Let's put it in this hand first. And let's try milking the cow. Nothing there. Milk the cow, and it worked great. Yeah, there's something buggy there. Something's not working quite well. Oh, I need to check into that bug. Cannot commit that to the repo without knowing what's going on there. Wonder what it is. Yeah, let's repro again and see what's going on. Just to see if we can get an idea of what's happening. So we have two bugs actually. Anyways, I think there's one thing. Maybe it's because this is a two-handed thing. It's getting confused, but I'm not sure. So okay, so let's put some breakpoints here. Milk, 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 milk. So okay, so the bucket we got is on the right hand. That's right. Wait. Oh, okay. No, that's the current slot. Crossbow. Something weird happened there. Yeah, I think. Well, actually, The problem is that we got the wrong sprite. I mean the wrong item. We got the crossbow, not the bucket. And okay, I think this logic I did is completely bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. If bucket and do I have a function to get this just returns whatever is there. Yeah, that was a pretty basic mistake. Just need to check versus the ID because else I'm just like getting whatever is there. And actually, yeah, it makes what happened makes sense. So it's not a very weird bug. That's good. We'll just going to check versus the def ID. If bucket and that's the bucket. Um, okay. Right. This should work. Get the bucket. We try to use it. It's going to say that we don't have a bucket. Remove this breakpoint. You need an empty bucket to milk the cow. Let's put this empty bucket here. And let's try to go away. You milk the cow. And okay, and here it is. Good. So let's commit that change. We have the two new sprites for the empty bucket and the bucket filled with milk that I did very unprofessionally. Then we have this change. I'm not going to commit. We have some changes on this map. We added the items, right? The bucket to the ground. I think that's it because the other thing that I did was just like moving layers around for illustrative purposes. Switch item definition, yes. Oh, let's check something. So we have this thing. Let's try the game and restore and make sure that yeah, it's still filled with milk, right? So switch sprite for item. We also need this for the mob. What is this? Okay, yeah, this. What this requires weird. I don't know why I added this. That doesn't look like something we will need. I'm going to remove that. Also, let's try like using Camino. Camino cannot be used. Yeah, and I also mentioned that I should probably move this logic to a separate file so that at least this milk action to avoid like fill in this class with a lot of specific stuff, but that can be done later. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yes. Then the milk bucket and empty bucket appearances and the item definitions and the use effect for the cow. And let's commit that to the repo. Allow milking a cow. And let's push that. And let's see here in the dev stream, we got a new commit after a long time, almost a year. May 18th, so it's like 10 months, I believe, almost 10 months. But we're back to action. And while we are at this, I'm not sure how long has this stream been live for, because, okay, oh, so 40 minutes. Let's make it so that we can drink that milk. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. We can't do that in the remaining time for today. Drinking milk. So this is similar. I mean, we already got some items that you can eat, right? So you can, for example, here, I think we already have some food, probably. No, we don't. Okay, so what do we have here? Book. Oh, crap. We don't need the book. Yeah, I think there's a carrot somewhere here in this barrel. And a fish, right? So we can use it. Oh, okay, the carrot. We recovered some hunger. So, but in that case, the carrot disappeared. For the bucket, we don't want that. We want to transform into a different item. So let's see how the definition for the carrot is done. Carrot reduces hunger for 10 and it's spendable. So what we can do is for the milk bucket, it can also reduce hunger, but instead of being spendable, we want it so that it transforms into something after reducing the hunger when it's used. So let's put that somewhere here. I don't know, I just do this after use or transform to empty bucket. Yeah. Let's put that inside the effect. Excuse me. Pardon me. Transform to empty bucket. Yeah. And so whatever this spendable flag is being checked, here we are reducing the item quantity. Item effect. So if used, if it's spendable, do that. But if item effect that transform, I forgot what I put here, transform to empty bucket. If there's a transform to, then we do this. We change the, we can reuse that function that we did. Switch item definition, because it's going to be something new, and it's going to be this. And that should be enough. That should be enough. Let's see how that works. Use this. And it's empty now. Empty bucket. Great, it worked. Let's commit that part as well. So transform items after they have been used. Okay, and let's just continue because there's no time to lose. We actually skipped some stuff here on the milestone plan. This one's now done. This is done. And then we got 4 items for the milestone 7, sorry. So read a gravestone. Actually, this should be pretty simple. Can we do this in the remaining 15 minutes of this stream? Probably. So my plan was to, well, there's a gravestone here already inside Iolo's house, or Iolo's house. I never know how to say his name. The idea is that when we look at it, we could like have like a pop-up appear with some stuff similar to Ultima 7. Yeah, like Ultima 7 gravestones. Something like this. Okay, this is Ultima 8, I believe. Well, anyways. Yeah, this is Ultima 8. But something like this. And in theory, we could have like different backgrounds or different ways. Right now, for example, when you read a book in the game, we have a book here. How to read it? I don't know. We cannot use it. How do we check it out? Still need some. Okay, so we can select it and then look. Yeah. So when we are reading a book, we're using a different background. We could do something similar to these gravestone things. Let's go back to the map and see what's there. I believe right now there's nothing there, just like a solid. I mean, it's just part of the solid tiles. This thing. It's not an object. It's not an item. So yeah, let's make it be an object instead of just being visual thing. We probably already have solid objects like the doors. The doors are objects. The stairs are objects. The levers are objects. That's about it for now. So these gravestones can also be objects. And let's check how our objects defined. So we have some types: door, stairs, levers. I wonder if it would make sense to create like a sign. Yeah, sign. I think that makes sense, like having a type of object which is a sign that you can read, and then we can add like different options for based on the type of sign. So the gravestones would be just one of many different possible types of signs. Okay, let's see how are these objects built right now. So for example, the door class, there is no inheritance. There's not inheritance structure here. Check the object factory. Have some functions to create an object, and it can be stairs or a lever. And here's where we are switching, and the doors probably are being created. I think, yeah, they are being created in the item factory, but that's something that we gotta change. And so we're okay. Yeah, this is kind of screwed up here because these are objects that are using item definitions. Uh, yeah, not a good reference. I think I would rather check into how the stairs and the lever are. So yeah, we need something like this. We need to see if this data is, if it's a sign, then we create a sign. What happened there? Signal? No. I hope I'm not creating some um, namespace collisions here. And where are the definitions, for example, for the levers? So if we check here, this lever has a definition ID. So where's the B lever? Object types. Vertical and horizontal. I don't know what's the W for. So let's put here like let's see. I don't know. For now, let's put this gravestone, and we don't need two appearances, but I don't know. Maybe we can have this be like invisible object. I mean, if it's going to be like static in the level, I don't see why we would have to like create an appearance for it. It can just like be part of the background. Yeah, let's try doing that. So I don't think we need to set an appearance. We have a blank appearance somewhere. What we need is the sprite, the background, to be something like a gravestone. And I don't know. I'm just like making stuff here. Probably going to change it later. Here lives us. Someone. um, okay. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. So we're going to create a new type of stuff here. I always forget where this is done. Object types editor. We need a new one, sign. And it's going to be similar to this. So def ID. Oh, actually we can have the text be finding the map. So we could reuse this. Yeah. But we need a sign type. And we can have the text as well. And then we could, in the object layer, create a new object using this one. Yeah. Let's put like anything here. Yeah. And it's going to be a sign. And the definition ID is going to be gravestone. but we don't need that. Yeah, we need that for the background. And design test is going to be here like someone. And actually, yeah, the sign type would be redundant with the def ID. Yeah, we don't need the sign type. Let's edit that out. Grab some here slice someone, and let's create another one. And the reason I'm using like any marker here is this is not going to be actually visible. And okay, so object factory object data.type is sign. Then we create a new sign, and yeah, let's do design similar to how we do. I guess the lever is simpler than the stairs. Yeah, let's just copy this class, new file, sign.js. Okay, class sign. We're going to do like a lot of boilerplate. We don't need any of this. Use, yeah. Here we'll just display design using the background based on the def ID or whatever. Yeah, this is simple. Okay, for now we will just like do redesign. We do not need any of this. We have Yulo tomorrow. Hi Yulo, I love your art. Keep doing it, please. It's awesome. Also, now that you're here, I remember that I just gotta add some bread baking here. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow because it's an Ultima game, so you gotta have baking bread, and probably it's not going to be that complex since we already have the infrastructure now that we can milk cows. So yeah, we gotta add that. All right. So, and I mentioned that because Yulo did this game, the Bread Gate, this mini game based on the Ultima 7 stuff of keeping your party well fed. That was fun. I sucked at it. I was very bad at it, and I died every time. Oh no, I did not die. YOLO died. Um, all right. Let's continue here. So this is a sign. Um, and I don't think we need to save a lot of stuff. Yeah, because we just need the definition of the sign. It doesn't even have an appearance. So it doesn't even have a sprite because you're going to use like the background. You're not going to be moving this object. This is like a fixed sign. Um, so yeah, we don't have a sprite. I don't think we even need this get description. But whenever we create design, we need to set the definition. Okay, so this comes from here. Definition. This should really okay, but they do suppose that the objects have sprites. Okay, I think we are already over the time. So yeah, tomorrow we will continue working on milestone 7. We're going to complete these signs, or like more generically, well, gravestones, or more generically signs, being able to examine stuff, because that adds a lot of life to the world, right? Being able to just look at stuff and reading fun Easter eggs and stuff like that, as Ultima 7 did. Um, so yeah, let's continue doing that tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I will see you there.